Wait,
Yeah,
that
see,
is.
somebody did some fan art for it, and
Oh, wow.
so
Amazing.
yeah,
That's
there you
great. Yeah.
go.
So that was the first, I think that was the first time you and I met at the Spy junket. And then we met again for Ghostbusters, which was it was a very funny interview with the four leads, which you, a bit of impromptu direction, sitting behind the camera just to make me extra nervous, which was great. Um, that had a rough ride, didn't it? I remember sort of being a little bit blindsided because, I don't think I'd been quite as aware of the toxic nature that can come with social media
Yeah.
and this ugly movement that happened around it. When you look back now, how do you feel about what happened with Ghostbusters?
I think it's ridiculous.
Right.
I think it was just silly. It was so, I was just trying to make a funny movie, and there was a movie that I remember fondly from my 20s when I saw it when I was in film school. And I'm like, this is hilarious. And somebody asked me to do a remake, and I was like, well, let's reboot it. I work with really funny women. Let's do it that way. Then we won't get compared to the original male cast. And that was it.
Which makes
that was a long
perfect sense.
Yeah, and like these are really funny women. Let's just make a fun, funny movie that has action and adventure, and has all kind of the things that the original one did. And that's all we set out to do. And then all this other stuff around it exploded, which I tried to ignore. And then very stupidly, probably the biggest mistake I made in my career, I actually played into it and went after some of the guys who were just being so terrible to my cast. And then once you do that, you're the bad guy, and then and then then that happens. There you go. Comedy. There you go.
Oh, lovely.
Oh my! See, it's one of the Ghostbusters haters right now.
I was going to say, what a time! What a time for them to start. Is he defending that movie? Bloody no way!
Oh my God! Wait, it'll end, and sometimes it doesn't end. There we go.
That's good. So, I mean, when you look back, though, I mean, in hindsight, would you have done anything different? Not necessarily, apart from possibly engaging with these people.
Yeah, that's the only thing I would have changed. I just would have just never acknowledged them. No, I'm happy. I'm happy with the movie. Look, every movie you do, you go like, oh, I wish we'd done this and that. I'm never happy with any of my movies completely. There's always something you want to change. But no, I love that movie. I'm very happy with it. And I love the performances. I love my cast, and everybody was funny. Michael K. Williams was in it, who just passed away. And that was devastating to me because he was the sweetest guy in the world. Just such a lovely guy. But no, I love it. I will never apologize for that movie. I get constantly contacted by parents who with daughters and sons who love the movie. I have women who said they went into science because of the movie. So no, it's everybody's way too serious about pop culture. Too sensitive about it, I think, and everybody's just got to kind of chill. There's bigger problems in the world right now.
Yeah, agreed. And I know it probably isn't going to happen, but I know that it is something you would have liked to have done because you wanted to explore those characters and their relationship. If in Magic Land, you were able to make a sequel to your Ghostbusters, would you do that?
I'd like to. I mean, I feel like now, 5 years later, maybe it's a little. I always worry about the sequel that comes years later. Because it's whether the audience is like, wait, what? Why is that back? But in a perfect world, yeah. I mean, I love them. I'm very excited to see Jason Reitman's new one. I hear it's great, and I can't wait to see it. And it's he made the choice to build off the first two, which I made the choice not to. And both are valid choices, I like to think. But no, I love Ghostbusters. That's why I took it on in the first place. It's the greatest idea in the world, funny, smart people taking on the paranormal with science. That's fantastic. That's like catnip for anybody who wants to do this kind of comedy. So no, I'm very it's still the screensaver on my phone. Wait, look.
Let's see.
Wait, hold on. There's stuff on here I don't want you to see.
Wait,
yeah, there's somebody did some fan art for it. And,
oh wow, amazing! That's great. I saw him. How did it feel when Jason Reitman? I think it was it Ghostbusters Fan Fest when he actually thanked you for kicking down the door on what and who Ghostbusters could be.
was a very special moment for me, I have to say, because look, the hate has continued. It never leaves my feed. But so that was just really so sweet of him. I mean, I've known Jason for a while, and he, when I was just in movie jail and directing television, he came out, he directed an episode of The Office, and I was hanging out with him there. And he's always been so supportive of me that I have a real soft spot for Jason. And, when he announced he was going to do his, he called me immediately, like, I hope you're not upset. I was like, Jason, why would I be upset? I think it's great, and I just want more Ghostbusters movies. I think it's a fun world. And I can't wait to see what he did with it. But no, that was a really, really nice moment. And here's the thing I will say is that, that was a fan fest filled with these Ghostbusters fans. They're all super supportive of my movie. It's this kind of second tier of either trolls or people who are just sort of casual Ghostbusters fans, I think, or who had it spurred something else in them. But like the true Ghostbusters fans who dress up, do the cosplay and all that, they're the most wonderful, welcoming people. They're so generous. They do charity events with their Ghostbusters personas, and they've been just nothing but supportive. So, I always hate when the media kind of goes like, oh, the Ghostbusters fans didn't. It's like, nah, let's not paint it with that wide of a brush.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to ask you how it felt seeing people at the Ghostbusters Fan Fest dressed up as your Ghostbusters, which must be fantastic.
Yeah, it was great. One of the most fun things we ever did was when we did the premiere in Hollywood. We had the big premiere in the Chinese theater, and then all these true Ghostbusters fans were coming in for the thing, and I said okay, we're gonna we didn't have enough room in the main one because there's so many people you got to get into a Hollywood premiere for political reasons. I said I want to do the second screening for all of them in the same theater and just have everybody come in, and they did, and they they loved it. The biggest regret of my life is I got stuck at the after party and didn't realize. I wasn't told that the movie had ended, and so I didn't get to go over there at the end and thank them for coming. And to this day, if I could wave a magic wand and change one thing in my life, I would have been there when the lights came up to thank them. But they were just so wonderful, and they all showed up in their costumes with one of the great. I have a picture of it somewhere. They wouldn't let anybody bring their proton packs in, so you just see the courtyard of the Man Chinese where all the famous handprints are. Like a line, of dominoes, all these proton packs sitting waiting, and it really, I have such a soft spot for the Ghostbusters fandom.
That's hilarious. Like the people on the door going, no. What if you use it in there? No, it's. What do you think this is? This is
really. It's not real, that.
Hello, Alex here. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to get in touch with us at all, for any reason, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at JTFpod. And don't forget to subscribe to the full audio podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your pods.